Hi everybody, it is Sunday, so I did take the day off yesterday and just kind of decompressed after all of the drama. I was just like really stressed out, so I just took a day to myself. It's a pretty afternoon. There's Scott, say hi. And it's cute seeing the kids across the way. They're cute with their doggy. Yeah, it is a very pretty day. And Cooper is enjoying playing ball. Hey, so I don't think Scott wants to comment on the house because I think he doesn't want to start any trouble. So we'll leave it at that. We're working towards getting a new lease, and hopefully that will happen tomorrow. Don't worry, we're being very careful, and it was a hard decision to make, but we have so much stuff going on right now, it probably was the best decision. So fingers crossed it all works out. Hi, come here. You want to talk any about the house?
Okay.
About why we're staying and...
No.
No? He doesn't want to make her mad. But...
None of anybody's business.
Yeah. But we're working it out, yes?
Yes.
He saved the day with his nice emails and conversation and took it out of my hands, didn't you?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be filling up the bird feeder. Because I love watching them birds, you guys. I just love it.
Why is there a cat outside?
I let her out just to play.
She's gonna run off.
Hi. It's buried you and run off. You gonna run off? So we are just going through the steps. There she goes. She's about to go in. And he's feeding. He's the only one tall enough to do it without a chair. I can do it with a chair. Jackson can't do it at all. So he has the job of filling up the bird feeder. And those birds eat really fast. Like in one day that will be gone. See how easy it is for him? Tap the sides of it so it comes out a little bit. It's not what I meant, but it's been a nice, relaxing day, and we're just kind of hanging out. Look at how beautiful the herbs are. Look at how big those sage leaves are. You seen sage leaves that big? Holy moly. The basil is amazing. All of it's doing so good. Look. Each plant's doing great next to each other. You got the cilantro over there and the parsley over here, and the thyme. Oh, the thyme's right there. And the mint. Mint's a little leggy, but whatever. And the beautiful lavender. Look at that. So pretty. I want it to get really big, and somebody asked if it comes back every year. Yes, is the answer. And I just put the cushions back out here because they had dried, and now it looks like it's going to rain. So that was probably a very dumb idea, but I hate to see metal chairs and the umbrella down. And look, my first little rosebud. How cute is that? Super tiny. So yesterday I got this post up. It explains a little bit more, and it does include our latest day in the life vlog. So if you haven't checked it out yet, it is the post that went up on Saturday. So my Sunday inspiration blog post is up, just in case you guys want to read it. So leash, she just gets right on up there. We can't get muddy. That's just not good. Hi, Super Cooper. Hi. Oh, it's got a mind of its own sometimes. That's why I had him on the leash, because he would just go scrolling around the neighborhood, but hopefully I get it the way it should be. There we go. There we go, big boy. You want to drop it so you can pant? So, I've been trying to catch up on laundry. It's nothing that I really enjoy doing. But, it's a necessity for all of us, I guess. And after everything, going haywire, it's just been, kind of hard, getting back into the swing of things. But we're trying. Really like these. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. I like them a lot. I want the new Downy ones that like refresh your clothes the more you wear them. But every time I've been at the store, I haven't seen them. But I really like the way the Moonlight Breeze smells. It's really nice. All right, I just gotta hang some up, and I'm all done with laundry. Alright, happy to have that job done. I love this because I can't always hang up, the clothes before, while Scott's sleeping or Jackson. So if I hang him up out here, he can grab something in the morning if he wishes, or I can put him up generally on Tuesdays. So, yeah, we moved this because we didn't want it blocking the kids' bedrooms. I had it right here, and I still thought it fit perfect, but now we have the garbage can and a vacuum for upstairs, but we didn't want it blocking this room or Jackson's, so we have it right here, and we have our drying rack right here, which we use all of the time. So laundry's done for tonight. So I wanted to share these with you guys. Scott has been on major pain medication for a long time. I don't like the side effects. I don't like the medication. It's awful for his skin. It makes him sometimes irritable just because, maybe it's the pain that makes him irritable every once in a while, but I got really tired of, those prescription drugs, and it's awful to take those for any extended period of time. So, I had a long talk with him, and he finally decided he was going to be done. And a long time ago, I grew something called belladonna in my first marriage. My ex-husband's dad was like an amateur botanist, and he taught me all about belladonna, and it was great for all kinds of things. He used it as a stress reliever. He used it to help him get to sleep, and I don't know where he was able to find the seeds to grow the plant, but the plant was strong, and it really made a difference. And I've been wanting to make, a favorites naturals video, and I will include these in the video, but I want you guys to know that this one, now I got these on Walgreens.com. I don't think you're going to be able to find them in your local Walgreens. I think you can only buy these online. This belladonna, it says it's for fever, redness, and throbbing pain. There's 250 tablets. You take 4 tablets under your tongue a day. Children, 2 tablets and above. And this is a homeopathic medicine, and it says on here that it's made according to the Homeopathic Pharmaceutica of the United States since 1903. So this is another one that I had not tried, but I got, and this one's for bruises or muscle soreness, and I really got this for me because I seem to have a lot of muscle soreness, and I'm getting a little bit more walking on the treadmill, well, at least some days. But anyway, my point is, you take 4 of these. Scott takes them both at the same time sometimes, and you take 4, and they're real little. Let me show you. They are, see, like this. They are a little bit chalky. And you put them under your tongue and let them dissolve. And for somebody who has like this degenerative disc disease, who, Scott he had those needles put in his neck many times to like numb different nerves and stuff. So for somebody who has been suffering in a lot of pain, these have actually made a difference. He's like, let me have them because they have helped. And he's kind of shocked. So, there's lots of homeopathic type of medicines that will take you off of an opiate or a pain pill. He hasn't taken pain pills in a while, and it didn't look good, for the people down south, and it really just was not good for his health. I really got irritated with that medication. I just did. I read... excuse me, like if you take like an opiate, like a pain pill for like a broken leg or something for like, I think they said a week, your body is automatically addicted. And that's what I kept telling him, like, this can't be good for you. You got to get off of them. And he just gave him up cold turkey. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, how did that happen without him dying? I don't know. God on his side. It wasn't like anything illegal or anything, you guys. He, goes to the doctor and all that kind of stuff. And they were prescribed. I just hated him taking them. But these have made a world of difference. So, don't be scared to try something new. The belladonna is a favorite. And I will talk more about that sometime soon. And it does so much more than reduce throbbing pain and fever. It does so much more. So I just wanted to tell you guys about these because I'm just overall impressed. And I'm really impressed that they're helping Scott in, his pain. He's also been doing a bunch of new exercises with like this, I don't know, it's like a rubber band of some sort with handles on the end. And it seems to be making a difference. So it is possible to come off pain meds and try something new and, incorporate some different exercises. And maybe you won't have to take, like serious medication. It made me mad because when I was feeling so bad, I can't go in and ask for like, some pain medicine because there's so many like dope heads and prescription drugs are like, major right now. And I don't take pills. I take Advil PMs, but I'm not a big pill taker at all. But, I do have migraines and I would like to have some, pain pills more geared towards me, just in the house, locked up, so I don't necessarily have to go to the ER, if I get a migraine, but they don't allow that. It just won't happen. And it just aggravates me that, some of us really do need the medicine. Even Scott obviously needs it, but taking it daily was something I just hated him doing. But it is hard for people to get, like pain medicine who maybe actually needs it because of the dope heads. But these make a world of difference. You don't have to have a doctor's script. I'll zoom in so you can see how to spell belladonna. Look it up. And if it's something you're interested in, definitely check it out. They are natural and you're not going to get addicted, and they don't take forever to work. Scott, like I said, has been like really impressed. So that makes me super, super happy. Does it make you happy too? What are you meowing at me for? While I've been talking to you guys about these, I've been smelling these peaches. I am such a fan of a delicious peach. So I'm going to take that upstairs with me. I was just down here making the coffee and saw these, and I kept wanting to talk to you guys about them, and I forgot with all of the, rental and lease crap. But these have made a difference in his life, and maybe they can yours too. I need to update the chalkboard wall here too, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. But I need a menu plan like tomorrow and go grocery shopping Tuesday or something. My family is like really on me, like, Mom, it's time. But we got a freezer full of food. If they just don't have their favorites, they think they're starving. But I'll get to that later this week. And again, I'm not unpacking anything until I have the new lease tomorrow. If I don't get it, I will continue to pack. But Scott assures me that that really isn't going to be a problem. Hi. Watch him run up. Let's go. You coming? You coming? All right. I knew it. It's there every time. Come on. I'm going on without you. So cute. Oh my gosh. Where'd that lone sock come from? See, they come. They're like a little brat pack, see? So, I have just been sitting here at my desk going through what I accomplished, like last week and all of the different stuff I am, trying to plan out for this week. I'm going to do a plan with me video, but it might be a week out still. I don't know. But I still haven't updated the family calendar, which I probably really need to do. But I tried to go ahead and look, I used one of my house payment stickers. Try to figure out what bills I want to get paid tomorrow. Some different things going on, some different things for weekly cleaning. The videos for the week are all planned out. This is like a to-do list of things that I really want to work on. I got these cute little stickers. Here is when we take adorable Jackson to his dad's, and more stuff. I love these stickers for organization when you have a little more to write in such a small area. And I've kind of started like planning out blog posts with little page flags that I can move around. Now this is stuff to do with our cruise that I definitely want to get accomplished during this week, and I'm, like I said, going ahead and starting to plan. And then on the week of the cruise, I have all of the vacation stickers up, and I probably will show this again, so in the plan with me video, but I have in this column things to pack, things not to forget, life at home while we're gone, shopping I need to do before we leave, to do before, which is, different than shopping, upon home, miscellaneous, and this is the day we're coming home. So that's why you got the cute travel washi tape. So, I have a lot, and I do have my videos still down because I want to be pre-recording some of those, and hopefully I get them all pre-recorded, but if I don't, there might be a day or two without a video, but we'll see. I'm going to do my best to pre-record them for you guys, but this is, how I'm planning for that week. I don't necessarily, want to plan every day out on the cruise. Different things come up and they have different activities. They leave like, little agendas at your door every night, and it tells you about the different things going on. So it's not something you really do a massive amount of planning. Now, my planner will be going on the boat with me. There's just so much stuff in here, and if I want to make notes, I've got a lot of section in the back. But I really tried just to spend some time trying to think things out that I want to get done. And here we are. This will fill in throughout the week rather fast. And it just kind of keeps me straight with everything going on right now. I have so much in my head from what the landlord did, to Jackson going to his dad's, to our vacation, to the stuff down south, to, just lots of different things going on in our lives right now. And this planner is amazing. Now, speaking of planners, the new Erin Condren planner will be out very, very soon. I seen Jennifer Ross showing it. I seen another YouTuber showing it. And I probably will order one. I'm not sure it's something I will use. I'm going to share it with you guys, probably do a giveaway with it. But I am still in love with this classic design on the Inkwell press. I really am. It's been almost life-changing to me. It's a planner that I simply adore. It's worked out well. It's just amazing. And I think that every, woman, mom, wife, needs a planner that works for them. This might not work for you. You might love the Erin Condrens. You might love the Filofaxes. You might love, different planners than I do. But this one is definitely a big love for me. It's going to take a lot to get me out of it. The paper quality is amazing. And I am just super, super happy with this planner. So I've been here for a little while. I'm going to actually get ready, go take a bath, relax for a little bit, and then I'll come back and say goodnight to you guys. So speaking of planners, I got, and I'm covering up my address here, I got the new planner box for June, and I'm so excited. I'll just kind of give you a sneak peek. There you go. I can't wait to share this with you guys. It is fastly approaching one of my favorite monthly subscriptions. I'm obsessed with this, and I'll tell you more. I think it's going to be up Tuesday or Wednesday. I think Wednesday. So stay tuned if it's something that interests you. So you guys know I like sharing news stories or whatever, interest me, and this story was so neat. So this Oklahoma, I think it was Oklahoma. Yeah, Oklahoma City. This high school had some renovations done. And they found these old blackboards from 1917. Not seen since like World War I. And I think they are amazing. And I cannot believe they withstood time like this. I think that they should be kept and preserved forever. Look at the handwriting, and it's talking about the Pilgrims, and it says, I'm doing my best to read it, the Pilgrims lived long ago in England. The English king would not let them go to their own churches. The Pilgrims said, we will not go to Holland. The Pilgrims said, our children will grow up like Dutch children. So, and you can see where they drew, some pictures of what the Pilgrims would look like. I showed Scott the story. He was really, impressed with it, too. And you can see their amazing drawings. And you can see where the chalkboard is, ate through and stuff. But, 1917, and the chalk is still good. How freaking amazing is that? Now, this, let me see if I can get a shot that doesn't have too much glare. This is a chalkboard with numbers going all around a circle. Now, you math ladies out there, you might be able to figure this out. I'm sorry, the lighting is just sucking. So you can kind of see it. And you can see a multiplication problem over here. And this must have been a way they were teaching multiplication. And, the principal had never seen that technique before. I'm not sure how they were teaching it in 1917, but it sure is interesting. And then look at this beautiful writing. How many teachers do you see that has this kind of writing? I give my head, my heart, and my life to my God and one nation indivisible with justice for all. I just think these are just phenomenal. I just do. And, I think it's a treasure that they found them. And they even said, I think that's the last picture, I'm not sure. Nope, here's another one. This one has more math on it and a chicken. And you can see the stairs. I don't even understand the numbers there, but whatever. I can't count 2 kitty cats and give you the same number twice, but you know, you can see music and sheet notes and math. It's just beautiful, and I know there's like some holes in it and stuff, but I'm just amazed that it's just lasted so long. And I really think it's interesting, that math right there, how that circle teaches multiplication. The principal has yet to figure it out. If you guys know, you should share it. I don't get it, but this is the story on the Daily Mail, just in case you want to go see it. And you might have to scroll down, but because it's kind of low down on the website, but it was totally interesting. Hey everybody, so I just got out of the bath. My hair is actually still pretty wet, and I'm a little bit shiny just because I put on some moisturizer, but I'm not hot or sweaty or anything like that. Even though I take a really hot bath, it would be very possible to be hot when you got out. Scott usually can't even handle it. But usually always before I get out, I really cool down the water before I like rinse the conditioner out of my hair. So I'm not usually hot getting out. But it's quite steamy in there, because I like a lot of hot water, to make my muscles feel better and such. So, you know, Scott really didn't want to talk about, everything, but I'm going to try to explain it. Now, we paid on the 15th forever, and I don't know if we started paying on the 1st. I still should know that. But, you know, I've always paid on the 15th, and how I know that is because we paid at, you know, the house before this one on the 15th also. So, but she has it in her head that we are paid from the 1st to the 1st, and that if we start a new contract, like tomorrow, well, if we start a new contract for the 15th, she thinks we're going to get the first 2 weeks early, and she wants some fines paid, and I'm not doing anything until I see the lease, and that's happening hopefully tomorrow. I need it taken care of as soon as possible because of, you know, what's going on down south. And if you don't know, and, you know, you ask in the comments, you know, what's going on, hopefully most of my viewers will be very careful with what, and commenters that will be very careful with what they say, because, you know, it's very, very touch and go, and I don't want to make any mistakes, so I can't, like, use specific names and dates and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, it's really scary when you have something very serious going on, and then it feels like the rug got pulled out from underneath you. And, you know, my neighbors were upset. You know, we're upset because regardless of anything, she has received her rent every single month without fail, always on the 15th. I think she probably needed some more money. The property taxes are paid up, so I don't think it's in foreclosure with that. She showed us the modification, and it seems legit, and Scott talked to like a lawyer and a realtor, so I think we're good there. I think it was just all scare tactics, and I think it was really crummy to do, and I don't know what to say to that, except I really hope that Scott knows what he's doing, you know, with striking the deal with her. It does make more sense to pay her a little bit extra rather than move, especially during a very, very crazy time in our lives. And I do feel nervous. You guys don't have to, like, tell me to be nervous. I do feel nervous. But on the upside, even though she's been like a wackadoodle part of the time, we have been here like 2.5 years, so it's went pretty decent. She's not the best at fixing repairs, but, you know, we'll get through it. All I want to see is that year lease. I feel confident about the modification. I know many of you say, like, Late fees don't even start till the 15th. I've heard the 10th and the 15th. I'm not sure really which is right. It's been forever since I owned a house. The first house that I actually bought was straight out of college. Well, it was actually while I was still in college. I was pregnant with my first son. So it's been like 20 years ago almost, well, 19. And, I just felt like I was sucked into that house, and, I had a bad experience with it, and trying to get rid of it and selling it actually to a family member. And it just was a big mess, which is probably why I'm so soured on actually owning my own home. The other problem is that I just don't know where I want to be. Like, I want to be up in Indiana to be with our kids. But the truth is I don't want to live there forever. And I know people can sell homes, but it's not fast. It's not generally easy. And sometimes you take a loss. I'm just not feeling it. So I'm going to keep renting. The only question is this house. And I feel secure because Scott does. And I feel secure because everything is in emails. And it's all been verified by, people in the field and attorneys. And we haven't just taken it lightly. We have researched and done our best to make the best educated decision we could make. I think it's going to make me look like a crazy person to the people that I need to speak to down south, but I'm just going to tell her the truth and go with it. Because, there's no lie I could even tell that would make this sound like, reasonable, because it simply was not. It was our landlord using scare tactics to get more money. That's basically what it was. And while I do feel almost violated, I only really have myself to blame, even though I know if we had a lease and foreclosure happened, we would be screwed, but not really. The laws in the state, I've read up on them, they would give us more time than what they would just give her. So I feel okay with that. I don't feel like, eventually the sheriff would slap a note to the door and say, you got a week to be out. And if you weren't out in that week, they would come back and take your stuff out. But long before that happens, you are contacted, and I've given the bank our information so they know we're in the house. And I think you guys are, like I said, some of the smartest people out there, because your comments meant so much to us, because there were so many things we didn't think about. We were highly emotional. We were scared, and I still feel like I got myself to blame because I didn't insist on signing the lease after the second year, even though we're going into the third year. So it doesn't feel good, that's for sure. And it feels like, damn, Kisha, you should have known better. But you do live and you learn. Like I said in the last day in the life vlog, I was told, when that high school sweetheart of mine, who I still talk to, wanted me to move out, and he wanted to break up. His name was the only one on the lease, and I had to move. And I just felt like that was just awful. Well, a very kind person was like, yeah, with, not having a lease means you're homeless. And I should have really learned it that time. So, like I said, I got the lesson this time, and I will never be without a lease when I'm renting again. Never, ever. So, lesson learned on that. And, like I said, yesterday, I did not do much of anything. I laid around. I slept. I just kind of shuffled through the house and picked up here and there and played with the kitty cats and, hung out with Jackson and just took it as easy as possible. I slept a lot, and I think it was just the stress of everything just coming out in its own way, and it was just sleep. So, thankfully Jackson, has a ton of friends right here, and they're in and out. It's not really like I can cat nap on the couch very long, but he took a nap with me, and it was just an easy day, and I needed that. I just did. And tomorrow, which is Monday, is a busy day. I've got, I generally like to write a long week in review blog post. I've got that. I don't know how in detail it'll be from this past week, but I have emails and comments I want to answer and things I need to get done around the house and that lease and all that, stuff and wire transferring money. And it's just like really going to be a busy day tomorrow. And my family's been wanting me to go to the grocery store like for days. And we have a freezer full of food. We have a pantry full of food. But because there's not donut sticks and ding dongs and Swiss cake rolls, they are starving. And Jackson, I've been worried about his weight. And I'm trying to get him to eat more healthy, more fruits, more vegetables, less processed foods, no Cokes or like Dr. Pepper. He never drank Coke anyway. But no like Dr. Pepper and all water. But the main thing we're having trouble with is those carbs. He is just a carb lover like I am. And so it's been a little bit of a challenge on that. But he's going away to his dad's this next weekend. And I just don't want to... I just don't want to fight over meals. I want him to eat and be happy, and I want to make some of his favorite meals this week because it's going to be like a month and a half, and it is so hard when they're here and then they just go back to, summers with Dad, and I hate it. But I am looking forward to the break. The break is usually only good for like the first week. And I'm good. I'm happy, and I'm keeping up on the phone. And then after that week, it really feels like the empty nest syndrome. And Scott and I don't know what to do with ourselves, and it's different. So I'm having that go on. I know a lot of YouTubers are posting summer schedules and things that are changing on their channel because school's out, and I don't know what's going to change for our summer schedule. There might not be that much that changes at all. But so far we're just going to try to get back on track. We're going to try to get back to, videos that are planned out, not just day in the life vlogs. But, I'm just trying to get back on my feet after being like violently knocked down. And, maybe she does watch the videos. Obviously she does if she doesn't want me talking about her. But it definitely, like, stung. And I'm just trying to refocus. And it's not so easy to do. The planner's helping. Just lots of things coming up. And we had some things going in our family, not in our home, but in other homes of family members that were hard this past weekend. And I've spent a lot of time on the phone, talking with them and other family members, and it's been a challenging week to say the least. So I'm happy to be ending it. I'm happy to get a new week. I will definitely let you guys know on, I think, Friday. I'm going to have another day in the life vlog up. I'll let you know if the lease is signed, or maybe I'll let you know on Instagram. And if you don't follow on Instagram, the link is below, and I don't know why you don't. I'd love to talk to you and get to know you guys on Instagram, Facebook, all of it. So, just because I'm running behind right now with comments and questions and emails, please do not think I am not reading them, and I'm not like actually learning and growing and being inspired by all of them, because they've been very, very sweet, and they've been kind, and the more views and the more comments on videos, the harder it is to keep up. That's why I copied and pasted some of my answers, because a lot of you guys stated what you thought in your comment, but my answer was basically the same to each. I was just kind of updating you with what's been going on. So I hope you understand why I did that. And another thing that I did want to talk to you guys about was this book by Kenneth and Karen Boas, Simple Prayers for Women. And I love these kind of books, and I opened it up. I don't know if I'll be able to find it again. I think it was... I think it was back, because I've already read these. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the one I read today? Here it is. Okay. Now it has a Bible verse over on the side, and the Bible verse is, we must encourage one another daily as long as it is still called today, lest any of us be hardened by the deceitfulness of sin. And it's Hebrews 3:13. And then like the passage that I don't know, it just touched me. Lord, your ways are endless and limitless, and you feed your flock like a shepherd. I thank you for working all things together for my highest good. Help me to be a source of encouragement to others and a woman whose ways are pleasing to you. And I don't know, I just enjoyed these books so much. And it was a gift from a YouTube friend. And, you know, prayers can be in so many different shapes and forms. And believe me, we've been saying a lot of them here lately. So that's about it. I hope you guys have a great night. I am going to get in my messy bed. I got my laptop and some other stuff out. I'm going to get in my bed. I'm going to snuggle up with this big boy. Is he not gorgeous, you guys? So hi, my name is Romeo. And I'm just a big old baby. Head up. Look at that face. He's like, why did you wake me up? You know, Scott's in the other room simply because he snores. And look at me, I'm making a video. If my husband was in my bed right there, I certainly couldn't be making a video right now. What? Huh? What? He's just looking at me. So he's next door, but when we have all the kids here in the summer, we sleep together a lot, and we work it out. Anyway, I'm going to snuggle up with that big guy. I'm going to bed. I feel a little bit better tonight. And again, thank you for all of your comments. If you have any thoughts about anything about, you know, this house or what's been going on, you can leave those below. You can always get a hold of me through my contact me page on my blog. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Good night.